I ever see another box in my life, I might rip it to shreds. What are you looking at? Wait. Judging by the several boxes in your hand, I'm assuming you're the neighbor the landlord mentioned. You really expecting to unlock your door with your hands full like that? Yeah, thought so. Here, where's your key? Yes, I'll unlock it for you. There, door's open for you, and now I can go on my merry way. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Why would I want to come in exactly? Did you miss the part of our budding conversation where I mentioned how I moved in hours ago? I'm exhausted. Why in the world would I? Alright. Alright, I'll come in. Where are the rest of the boxes at? Yeah, I'm serious. And I'd rather finish this before the sun fully sets. Are you fine with leaving your door unlocked while we grab them? Alright, come on. Are you new to Noderum or just moving buildings or something? I assume so. Not to be rude, but you feel like a ball full of nerves. It's practically seeping into the air around you. What's that look for? What do you mean by that? Have you never met a Cupid before or something? Oh, you really haven't? What the fuck? I'm just surprised, is all. I would have assumed, what with you being vivified and all, that you would have interacted with plenty of Cupids by now. At least it's not too many boxes. You grab those two, I'll carry up the big one. We can come back for the tote and then carry it up together. Watch your step. I'm guessing you're some kind of derivative based on how your field feels. Can't pin which kind exactly though. I haven't been around many non-Cupids in all honesty. Derivatives, you know, vivified beings with connections to elements, can usually control or transform or expel or whatever said element. Any of that ringing a bell? Adoring divinity. Okay, let me make sure I'm understanding this right. Your vivification took place when you were almost an adult, years ago, let's say, and you still know almost nothing about your powers. It sounds like a miracle you even managed to find Noderum. Even if it were advertised as a magical haven, something tells me you still would have been lost. First, we're gonna head back down and we're gonna get that tote for you. And then, I'm gonna give you a crash course in magic, because it sounds like you're in a dire need for one. Well, for starters, a Cupid isn't some tiny baby creature thing with wings and a sash like humans seem to conjure up. Yes, that is still an actual thing. Stagnants tend to be married to their folklore, and at least 63% of the time, they're nowhere close. Yes, 63%. I was specific for a reason. That's besides the point. My point is that Cupids are much more complex than what I'm assuming you're envisioning. Hold on, let me grab this side. Alright, 1, 2, 3. You go through first. Alright, since you're so confident you're not like other humans, what did you imagine when you thought of a Cupid? Oh, I'm so sorry to have lumped you in, given the fact that your vision included what? Someone fully grown, a halo, and a bow and arrow. It's no bruise to my ego, just a strange generalization if you ask me. It's like asking, well, what do you think of fire derivatives? And expecting me to say, they're probably hot-headed bullies. Doesn't make sense to lump people like that when it's undeserved. Okay, are we setting this down in the walkway and you're already moving in further? Slow down a sec. Any particular reason you didn't rent a dolly or something? You seem to be struggling with that tote, and that was just one end. How exactly did you expect to get the rest of that up here on your own? Suit yourself, I guess. Yes, magical crash course time, as you so eloquently put it. Alright, like I said, your field is clearly vivified, but I can't really discern much more than that. Perhaps you're a dynamic. A field? It's like... It's sort of like your being was more like a space of air around you. Your field includes your magic, your emotions. It's like your soul in a way. It's tied to your anchors, and before you ask, someone else can explain anchors to you some other day. Either way, when I'm close to you, I can sense that. Depending on the bond you share with another, you can detect their field even when you're not in close proximity. It takes practice, but it's not all that difficult. Yeah, that's probably why you felt drawn to me or whatever. You were sensing my field close by. What exactly are you doing? Getting paper. This isn't some quiz. Why not just listen? Okay. I'm letting you get your paper. Are you ready now? Alright. There are two types of beings, stagnant or vivified. Stagnants are your humans, not much else there. Vivified beings are those that are endowed with abilities in some way. Sometimes they're born with it, other times they pop up later. Sometimes they have specific causes or triggers. In your case, I'm assuming your vivification took place a lot later. For a Cupid, we're vivified from birth. Rather than acquiring abilities of some kind, we are considered born of magic. I thought you were going to write something down. There's a list of vivified species. Vampires, werewolves, sirens, tailors, necromancers. I could go on. For right now, I'll focus on Cupids and derivatives. Cupids are what most humans call angels or demons. It's all one species, though we're a spectrum of beings. What distinguishes us from other vivified beings is that we require affectionate desires to survive. Not our own per se, those of other beings, stagnant or not. When they are happy and appreciative of others, it replenishes us. Every Cupid has a form of affection that affects them most when they feed. It's not something we have any control over, it's just what it is. Depending on said type, we have different names. If your primary feed is familial, you're a copulid. Platonic, placid, romantic, thermid, and for sexual affection, amorid. Oh, no. You can have fun trying to figure out how to spell all of those on your own. Are you ready for more? We have two different forms. One can be seen by stagnant humans. It's as close to looking like a regular human as we can get. For the eyes, natural charm takes care of that in my case. The only ones who can see these dark scleras are vivified. Our true forms, though, can include a few different things. Some of us have horns, wings, a tail or two, or any combination of those. When in our true form, we're automatically hidden from stagnants. As a result of their inability to see us, we're supposed to avoid close direct contact with them. Only in extreme situations or by active choice can we make ourselves visible otherwise. Ha. Nice try, but I'm not going to show you my true form just because you asked politely. Now finish your notes so I can explain some more. Derivatives are vivified beings whose abilities are tied to an element outside of themselves. Some are vivified from birth, but not all are. There are a lot of unique types. Earth, fire, water, air, light, darkness, the list goes on. What can or can't be done depends on the element they're tied to. Some derivative magic can be learned, but it's typically not as intense or powerful as a true derivatives magic would be. What's that look? Ah, I see. You had a light bulb moment. Pun not so intended. A light derivative, huh? Practically children of the sun in my book. For what I know, you're capable of doing some pretty incredible things. With a little practice, you could be waking up every stray in the area at 2 a.m. or something if you really wanted. Don't look at me now. I never said I could teach you how to do that. A Cupid has its own abilities, but nothing like that. Listen, Noderum is intense at times. Your connection to magic hasn't been lifelong, and it shows. You should focus on learning as much as you can. Knowledge is power, but it's also safety. Not everyone here is vivified either, so be careful about what you share and with who. It's almost too dark to see in here now. I'll turn on the light on my way out. Huh? Oh, you wanted to know my name. Alright, it's Romeo. That's a nice name, but I think Sunshine has a bit of a ring to it, don't you? Yeah, I thought you might agree. Well, good night, Sunshine. It was nice meeting you.